So I may not have been putting the uploads up as consistently or whatever. I haven't really had time to kind of compile them or whatnot, but I've still been trying to fight, trying to get my invasions when I have a little bit of spare time. And spare time's been tough to come by. And, you know, sometimes when you got no time for recreation, you end up getting stressed out, and you end up finding yourself in a bad spot, a bad mood, whatever. And you'll find yourself getting as toxic as some gankers and things, and that's not good for anybody. It certainly isn't good for your own mental health. So you need to take a step back, and if you can't get a time to give yourself a break, if you don't get a time to enjoy life, then even the things that bring you joy are just gonna end up irritating you. So you know, everybody out there, just give yourself a chance to relax when you get the time. You know, try not to get yourself too stressed out over the little stuff. Don't wear yourself too thin. And, you know, little things matter. So get a break when you can. Now here, this is actually the second time I fought this group of people. They caught me with a really good ambush at first. Had one guy with the acting like he was alone. The other guys were posted up beside him, hidden. I walked out, took a giant nasty combo. Great ambush on their part. I can't really complain. And they whooped me. And then I fought him again, took one of them out. But those cramped quarters are not good for, not always good for invasions. Just couldn't quite manage to take down the second Phantom, and they took me out. So we'll see them again later. This guy here, he was going through the level solo. I found him up on the branches, and I was gonna take him out with a cannon shot, but when I saw he was alone, and not like, you know, 3 dudes running up the tree to fight the boss, you know, I gave him a wave, he came down, we cheered for each other a little bit, and it was a good wholesome moment, nice fun little duel, and it's a good thing. And then we get this guy here. We got Toxic Man. You can see his name. I'm sure you can figure out what he's trying to say. Maybe he's a terrible person. Maybe he's a Three Stooges fan. Is that Curly? Is he saying yuck, yuck, yuck? Or is he trying to do some really intelligent, you know, mix up of some letters, and you know, who knows what he's trying to say. But yeah, this right here is an example of me being mad over nothing and getting kind of toxic with some poor little host here. You got a guy, he's going through the level. You know, his Phantom had just died, and I teleported, ended up getting up right next to him, and started off the fight. He doesn't have a PvP build. He's not a PvP guy, and he's spamming away on R1 like he does against, you know, the PvE. And for whatever reason, I took offense to it. And, you know, I outclassed him a little bit, because I do a whole lot more PvE than this guy probably does. And then I got to pull out a rapier and R1 spam to taunt him. No idea why I was so toxic that day. But we all get our bad moods, and you know, you got to try to be better than that. That's not usually who I try to be. It's not to say I don't try to troll people and have a little bit of fun and mess with them from time to time, but you know, someone hitting R1 to attack because there's an invader in his face, there's nothing wrong with that. So there's a time to be toxic, a time to be trolly, a time to be good, and you got to recognize it and try to do the right thing. Here we got a solo host. He's obviously looking to have some kind of fight club or something. He took out his first red. All of a sudden the blue pops up behind me. He's hitting me. And then, I don't know, maybe he wanted to have a fair duel or something. But once you start attacking me from behind, that's game on, buddy. So ended up taking him out. He's fat rolling. I don't know what his plan was. And then now it's time to fight the host, or so I thought. No, I was a little bit distracted, and I didn't notice this bloody finger invaded message. And I think this guy was trying to say, hey, take it easy, you can fight the invader, and then, you know, we can fight or whatever. So I speed this up a little bit here. He's running back, and at this point I figure out he's not trying to fight me just yet. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe he just wants to fight here or whatever. Other red shows up, he starts attacking me, and Hosty Boy decides he's gonna get my back and take out the guy who's attacking me. I started charging up the attack because I thought maybe the red was gonna come in. I saw the host was gonna get in the way, so I spun around so I didn't hit him. You know, he's throwing up the, you know, wait here or slow down or whatever that emote is. So I can tell he's trying to get me to calm down. So I stop and I'm like, all right, maybe he wants to wait for the next guy to come in. So I figure it's time to relax. So I sit my ass down, but he decides he's gonna buff up. He's ready to go, and sure, why not? I'll eat a little bit of crab. He's got his twin blade, I got my twin blade, and time to go at it. And this guy gave me a good fight. He does a lot of these like jump feints, and you know, he's got his back steps going. He's got good spacing. Clearly knew what he was doing. I catch him with the end of that R2. He catches me here. I feel like he seems to be doing a little more damage than me, and I don't know what happens here, because we had a real good connection for the most part, but then all of a sudden, I'm taking damage from out of nowhere. But that cleared up. I don't know if that was just the phantom dying connection thing or whatever, but now he's got me a little bit on the back foot. Tried to finish me with the pierce, but I knocked him out of it. Again, the R2 hits him up there. He tries to switch up. I don't think he saw me pull out the shield. I get the quick little parry on him to finish the fight. And GG to that guy. That's how you do it if you're doing a fight club, you know? Don't be cheap. Don't, you know, go second man in, and you know, just have good fights and enjoy the game for what it is. Not everything needs to be an invasion. Not everything needs to be a duel. These guys here, I don't know if they were ganking or if they were just trying to go to the boss, because it's weird. This one guy, the one phantom with the claws, he's, you know, throwing rot pots and bleed pots and all sorts of other stuff. He's got his crazy claws, and I do a ton of damage to him, and then the host pops in because they want to fight. So you know, it's not a 1v1 anymore, and he's spamming away on that, but then he backs up. I don't know if he backs up trying to get me to walk into madness, or if he backs up because he's trying to get me to, you know, he just wants to heal. He keeps kind of running in and running out, and I see the other guy walking up, so I charge up and go down to him. He parries the bubble. He didn't just take it on the chin like the first guy, and now I'm trying to see what's going on. I got the first guy, he's spamming away, throwing knives at me, and, you know, Bloodhound Fang step, whatever it's called, the Bloodhound Finesse, I don't know. He does it one too many times, and I catch him with the parry and finish him off, and that's all she wrote here. And now here we go, we found that first group of guys for what is now the third time. I see a recusant pops in. I think maybe I might get some help, I don't know. I thought there was going to be 3, there's only 2. So now it's a nice, straight up, clean fight. I'm going to be able to take this guy out pretty easy. Get the Phantom, he goes down quick next. And instead of being salty, I get something to celebrate. Get to celebrate with my buddy here. He didn't do much, but that's alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves.